This is Merlin's Magic. This is the channel where I'll be showing you how to amaze your friends and family with some easy tutorial magic tricks with no experience necessary. So, on with the show. And before we get into the video, I'd just like you to like and subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notifications so you don't miss any future videos. In these tutorials, I'm going to first perform the trick to show you what the effect looks like on audience members, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to break it down in very easy step-by-step instructions, which anyone can follow, and meaning that by the end of this video, you would have learnt a trick. Right, so this trick, the first trick here, is called colour changing aces. So as we see, we've got the ace of spades, the ace of clubs on the top here, and then, so you see, it is now turned into the ace of diamonds. So there we go, guys, that is the trick. Now let's see how it's done. This trick only requires a simple setup. So, like I said, you don't need to be a seasoned magician to be able to perform this trick. Although it looks amazing, it's extremely simple. So all you need to do is, before you're going to say you're going to perform a magic trick, is go through your deck like so until you find the two aces. I personally use the aces for this trick. I just think it's more powerful. And make sure you have the two suits like this. So you've got a red and a black. I personally like to start with the black, just because when it changes to the red, it's a nice colour contrast and people will definitely notice that it's changed. So all you do is, once you've got the two aces, all you're going to do is you're going to put the red on the black like that, and then place it on the top of the on top of the deck. Then we're done for the setup, and now we can move on to the first step. Is you say, okay, do you want to see a magic trick? This is called the colour changing aces. So as you're talking to your spectator or spectators, what you want to be doing, I'm going to just angle it this way, is you want to make a pinky break. So all that is, guys, it's quite a simple technique. I'll show you here. So as you see, my pinky is underneath the two aces, which are the top two cards, which is now going to help me to perform a double lift. So as you see here, your pinky's under that. You angle it like this in a mechanic's grip so that your spectators cannot see, obviously, that you've got a pinky break. So then, to perform the double lift, you take your thumb, you place it on the bottom of the card here. You place your first finger and you kind of arch it like that. So when you pick it up, as you see here, it's slightly bent. And it gives the illusion that you're only picking up one card, when in reality, you're picking up two. So once you've mastered that grip, all you do is you show the spectator, look, here's the ace of clubs. You then place it down on the deck, being careful to make sure that it doesn't slip, that you actually just put down two cards. So once you've done that, step two is you're going to use some misdirection. So if you're completely new to magic and have never heard the term misdirection, all that is that's where the magician fools the spectator by making him look at something on purpose, basically. So he wants you to look at a particular card or a particular gesture, which is actually hiding how the secret actually works. So here, I personally like to flick the wrist to make it look like you've done something. So I'll just show you. So if you do it without a gesture, so you say, look here, here's the ace of clubs, place it down, and then pick the ace of diamonds up. Sometimes the spectators might be thinking, oh, something must have happened there. But you don't want them to be looking at that particular moment. You want to draw it out. So as you do that, as you place it down, you'll say, okay, watch very closely. Do that trick, and that's when they now believe that the two cards have swapped, when in reality, you've just double lifted them down. And as you reveal, it gets a better effect and a better reaction from your spectators, because they'll be thinking, oh my goodness, all he did was shake his wrist and the two cards have just changed colour. So that is the first trick on today's video, guys. So now we're going to get on to the second trick of the video, guys. And for this, we're going to be using 2 decks for this trick. So before we start off, I'm just going to hang on. Yeah, okay. What do I think? Yeah, I think I'll go for that one. So yeah, I don't need the rest of this deck, I just need this one card here. So I'm going to place this card here, and that will stay there through the duration of this trick, and we'll just come back to that later. So now this trick is called Power of Persuasion. Many magicians have done many different types of mentalism tricks where they've been able to predict in advance a spectator or an audience's decision. They can influence it, or they can predict it. This is going to be a predicting trick. So now, all I'm going to do is very simple. Here with this blue deck, I'm just going to cut it here into 3 evenish piles, as you can see here. So now I just want you to go ahead and point to a pack. Oh, wait, you can't. Okay, I'll do it for you. Okay, so this one. Okay, we'll get rid of these 2. And we're going to do that again. Just try and make it as even as possible. And again, just pick one. That one. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. Yeah, easy as. Is everything fair so far? You feel like... Here we go. Everything's fair so far. You feel free to change your mind. So again, just left or the right? The right? Okay, we'll keep with that one. Okay, so once again, we're just going to... We're only down to about 6 cards now. So again, left or right? So completely up to you. Free choice. This one. Okay, let's get rid of that one. And now we are down to 3 cards. So left, middle or centre? Centre, okay, get rid of that one. So now down to 2, free choice. You sure you don't want to change your mind? You want to go for this one? Okay then. So as you see here, out of 52 cards, we've now narrowed it down to 1 card. You've had the opportunity to change your mind throughout this trick. So now we're down to a completely random card, which I couldn't have known because you don't know it. So now for the first time, we're going to reveal what this card is. And we can just hold it up to the camera. It's the 8 of Hearts. Wouldn't it be amazing, guys, that if even before the trick started, before you even started mixing around with all the piles, that I knew that you were going to pick the 8 of Hearts. And as if you remember at the start of this trick, I mentioned that this card will be here throughout the duration of the trick. I have not touched it, not switched it. But wouldn't it be crazy, guys, that if this was the 8 of Hearts? Can you see that there? Yeah. So there we have it, guys. That is the trick, and that's what it looks like. So now I'm going to show you how it's done. Again, this one just requires a small setup, but nothing elaborate, so it's easy, so anyone can do it. You don't have to have any knowledge of magic in order to set this up or even perform this trick. And as you can see, it gets an amazing reaction because the spectator just believes he's getting a free choice every time, that it's completely random, and that he's got the chance to change his mind at any point during the trick. That's what makes this trick work so well, is this illusion that they're getting free choices. So all we need to do is you pick the card in advance, which card you want. For this particular one, I decided to go here with the 8 of Hearts. All you need to do is have 2 decks. Have the 8 of Hearts on the top of the deck you're going to be playing with. So then you have that there. And then you're going to say, guys, okay, at the start, before this trick starts, I'm just going to have a look through here. So you're looking through, pretending that you're trying to work out what the person's thinking or whatever you want to come up with. You can come up with any kind of story you want, but all you're looking for is the match card to the 8 of Hearts that you've already placed at the top. So once you've done that, you can say like, oh yeah, definitely, I think that's the card I'm going to pick. So then you just place it down here. And then of course you have to keep emphasizing the fact that it's a free choice. So that's what you say. You just say, look, this is not going to be touched throughout the duration of this trick. It's not going to be touched, it's not going to be switched. Then we're just going to come back to that later. So now this is where the trick begins. Your card, the 8 of Hearts, which is the match here to the blue deck, is on the top. So all you do, you can even get the spectator to do this. You don't even need to handle the cards whatsoever. And I think that makes it a more powerful trick if the magician is not touching the cards whatsoever. Because then in the audience's minds, they're thinking, wait, he hasn't even touched the cards. How could he influence me? This must be a free choice. So go ahead and do that. So you say to your spectator, Okay, I want you to split the deck into 3 rough piles. So they'll do that like so. So the 1, 2, 3. Now this is where you need to start remembering, guys. It's the only thing you have to do in order for this trick to work is remember what pile your 8 of hearts here is on the top of. So in this instance, it's on my far right here. So I'm going to make sure that no matter what the spectator picks, that this deck is going to be used. So you go to them, okay, you can say pick 2 decks, just point to 2. If they point at these 2, you get rid of them because, of course, you want this 8 of hearts to stay. But if they don't pick that, if you say, okay, they pick these 2, you get rid of that one because you still got this pile. Then again, you just do the same again, point to 1. If they pick that one, you get rid of it. Or if they point to that one, you say, okay, we'll use that one. So either way, you're forcing your audience member to pick this deck, but you're emphasizing that it's a free choice. They can change their mind. So then again, all you do is repeat the process. So you take some off there. So you got 1 pile there, 1 pile there, 1 pile there. Then again, you can either do it 1, point to 1 or point to 2. So point to any pile. That one, okay, we'll get rid of it. We don't need that one. And again, just point to 1 and that's what you say to them. And then they say they pick that one. Again, that's the one you want because that's got your 8. So you get rid of them cards. And all you're doing is basically eliminating the excess cards. It's a mathematical calculation that all you're doing is removing all the cards here. So now you've got 2 piles. All they have to do is point to 1. And throughout this trick, you can say to them, do you want to change your mind? You have got the choice to change your mind if you want. And keep saying it's a free choice. Point to whichever one you want. So they point to this one, you get rid of it. And now you should be down to 3 cards. And as you can see, the 8 is on the right. So now, again, you want to influence them to make sure that they pick the 8. So you say, point to 2. They point to these 2, you get rid of them. Or, of course, again, like in previous rounds, if they point to that one and this one, you get rid of that one. So now you're down to 2. And you see you've got 50-50 choice here, point to 1. They point to this one, and now that's gone. And now they don't realise that you know what this last card is, that it's the match to the blue deck, as you see here. So then you can say whatever you want. You can be really creative. You can say, out of 52 cards, at complete random, you've now selected down to 1 card. I haven't touched the deck. You've had as many free choices as you want. You could have swapped and pointed at a different pile at any time, and you've narrowed it down to 1 card. You say to them, you don't know what the card is, so how can I know what the card is? But wouldn't it be crazy that if you've selected the same card as the one I predicted before this trick even began, so then you have the big reveal. Once they've seen the remaining card, you leave this one to the end of the trick. So you say, okay, go ahead, touch the card, look at it. They say 8 of hearts. Then you say, well, I haven't touched this card, you haven't touched this card. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was the match? So then, of course, you can either get your spectator to turn it over, or you can reveal that they indeed have found the pair to the red deck. So yeah, that is the trick. And it really has great reactions. You can do it with crowds, or you can do it one-on-one. It depends where you're at, but it works fantastic. And all you need to remember is make sure you always know where your card is. Then that trick cannot go wrong. It's a self-working trick. And yeah, it really amazes audiences, like I said. So just go ahead, practice, and then just go and try it out. And thank you guys for watching this first video. If you liked the video, please, would you make sure you subscribe and hit that like button? And there'll be more content coming with easy tutorials, magic tricks that you can learn at home with no experience required. Until next time.